There are a lot of bold claims you can make about musical theater. You can say this show has the best songs, that show has the best choreography, another has the best spectacle, or the biggest emotions, or the most impressive belting marathon disguised as a score. But saying Hadestown is the greatest musical of all time isn't just a hot take. It's not about rankings or Tony counts or even personal nostalgia. It's about the fact that Hadestown understands what musical theater is for, and then executes that idea with frightening precision. It doesn't do it loudly, nor arrogantly, just confidently. And the wild thing is, it doesn't even feel like it's trying to be the greatest musical ever. It just is, mainly because every single part of it is in perfect harmony with every other. At its core, Hadestown is a retelling of Orpheus and Eurydice, a myth so old it feels like it's been fossilized. We know how it ends, everyone knows how it ends, and that's the first reason it works so well. Musical theater just loves to throw in surprise twists, shocking reveals, and last-minute saves. But Hadestown does the opposite. It looks you in the eyes and says, "You already know this is going to hurt." But instead of asking what happens, it asks why you keep telling this story anyways. And that question, that single question, bleeds into everything. Why do we fall in love knowing it might end? Why do we keep building worlds that grind people down? Why do we keep hoping, even when history tells us not to? Orpheus isn't a traditional hero. He's not strong, he's not decisive, he's not particularly practical. He's soft, he believes in songs, he believes that beauty can change things, and the show never mocks him for that, even when that belief fails. Eurydice isn't just the girl who dies this time around. She's tired, she's hungry, she's realistic in a way that hurts. Her choices aren't framed as stupidity or weakness, but rather as survival. The show understands that desperation isn't just a moral failing, it's a condition. And then, of course, there's Hades and Persephone, who might just be the smartest interpretation of myth in modern theater. Their relationship isn't just evil versus good, it's rigidity versus decay, control versus chaos, capitalism versus climate. Their marriage is a system that worked once and then rotted. No one in Hadestown is purely wrong, and that's why everyone feels so devastatingly real. Take a look at the music. That's where Hadestown quietly wipes the floor with most of Broadway. The score doesn't just sound good, it means something, just like everything else in the musical, but especially here. Folk music, jazz, blues, New Orleans funeral rhythms, they aren't just aesthetic choices, they're narrative tools. The music itself feels cyclical, like myth. Melodies return, lines repeat, harmonies evolve or decay depending on who's singing them. Songs aren't numbers, they're arguments. Orpheus's music feels unfinished. It's fragile, it keeps breaking apart and trying again. Hades' music is rigid, percussive, industrial. Persephone's music swings between warmth and exhaustion. The workers' chorus moves like machinery. Even the way songs overlap, how characters interrupt, echo, or literally sing past each other, creates meaning without spelling anything out. And that's the mark of great musical writing, when the score fully trusts the audience. Nothing is over-explained. Nothing pauses to say, "This is the theme now." You feel it before you can even name it. Here's the true miracle of Hadestown. It's deeply cynical and yet deeply hopeful at the same time. That's almost impossible to pull off, and yet here's Hadestown to pull it off anyways. The show is brutally honest about systems of exploitation, about how power entrenches itself, about how love doesn't always win. And yet, it never tells you that hope is foolish. In fact, it dares you to say, something much harder. Hope might fail, and still be worth choosing. The ending doesn't change. Orpheus turns around, the world resets, and the cycle continues. And instead of feeling cheated, you feel understood. Because Hadestown isn't about believing things will work out. It's about believing that trying still matters. That final message, that the act of telling a story again is itself an act of resistance, is one of the most emotionally mature conclusions musical theater has ever offered. No fireworks, no triumphant reprise, just a quiet insistence that art is how we survive despair. Outside of all the musical and thematic stuff, visually, Hadestown is a masterclass in restraint. There are no giant set changes screaming for applause. The world is built out of suggestion. Lamps, rails, movement, shadows. The underworld doesn't need to look grand. It needs to feel inevitable. The choreography isn't flashy, it's functional. People move like laborers, like crowds, like cogs. When someone breaks out of that movement, it means something. Even the lighting feels musical. Warmth and cold aren't just moods, they're ideologies. And that's the through line again. Everything serves the story well. Here's the thing people don't always articulate. Hadestown feels good because it respects you. It doesn't chase trends, it doesn't flatten its ideas for accessibility, it doesn't confuse loudness with importance. It simply invites you in, trusts you to listen, and lets you sit with uncomfortable feelings without rushing to resolve them. That's rare, especially in a medium that often feels pressured to be immediately gratifying. Hadestown knows that the catharsis doesn't have to be explosive. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just being seen. So when I say that Hadestown is the greatest musical of all time, I don't mean it's flawless. I mean it understands itself completely. Its story, its music, its staging, its themes, they're not separate departments working in parallel. They're one working organism. And more than that, it understands us. It knows that we live in a world where love feels fragile, where systems feel immovable and hope feels naive. And yet, in spite of all that, it still dares to sing. Not because it thinks the song will save the world, but because silence definitely won't. And maybe that's what great musical theater has always been about. Telling the story anyways, singing it again, even when we know how it ends. Because maybe the point isn't to change the ending. Maybe the point is to keep believing that telling the story matters. And Hadestown doesn't just tell you that, it proves it.